Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, we started the very first class trial and figuring out who has killed Byakuya. We still haven't gotten there just yet, but we're on our way to finding out who has done it. The kids are also still hung up on whether or not the knife is the murder weapon, oddly enough. And I'm still unsure as to how the blood got on the knife. That is my only suspicion right now. But we'll just have to wait and see. Power surge.
Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Ooh, I like the dramatic pauses, Hajime.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
And not just that.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah, it seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Why?
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
About what?
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
Why? Rebuttal showdown. AC timer, probably. Or storage room tablecloth.
The irons in the storage room caused a blackout, and for the killer to turn the irons on. You're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who was in it when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Advance!
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't. If the irons caused them, then the killer had to go to the storage room before and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
Oh shit, okay, so since I weakened my response, yeah. It's true the irons were responsible for the blackout, but that shouldn't be the only reason. Okay.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to. If the irons caused the blackout.
There we go.
Cut through those words.
Okay, so you have to be on the lookout. So, okay.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger.
Okay, now that I have time to speak. That one was okay. I actually didn't go back and rewatch the previous rebuttal showdown. That's what they call it in this. I didn't watch the previous rebuttal showdown just because I wanted to get immediately back into it. And I also didn't know if there would be another one of those. But in between the recordings, which is literally like 30 seconds for me, I thought back and I was like, there's got to be a way to identify. So obviously you have to plan out the cuts and you have to go in the opposite direction of what you see the monologue is. It's not quite dialogue at that point, because then once you advance after hearing out what they have to say, that one was interesting that you had to that if you destroy the actual thing, it doesn't do anything. Okay. And whenever that appears, you should listen out for it. But I don't know if it passes by and you take damage if you don't slash it in time, because if you're trying to search for the correct blade in the meantime, oh well. So I guess it would be technically not wrong of you, so if you're like in like a panic mode, to actually slice through it. I don't know.
The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
Oh, it was? I thought it was 11. Oh, I didn't remember that fact.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out.
And the only people who had access to the building beforehand would have been Byakuya and Nagito. And Byakuya I use loosely.
So once they set the air conditioners' timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
So what was your motive, Nagito?
If so, even if Tucker was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Oh.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, Not you too.
I wonder if that's a translation error. There was probably some like slang that Nekomaru used, and then she wanted to use it too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it. Dun dun dun! Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
I do like Monami's voice, the voice actress, or Usami, or whatever the fuck. I'll just call her Monami.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet! I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret.
Oh.
If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
She has her kendo sword, which she still had somehow with her on her person the entire time.
Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry.
Wait a minute, I just thought about it. This game got rid of, what's his face? Gundam's earring, but they can't get rid of a sword case? I actually don't know what the proper term is. I'm just saying kendo sword, but I don't actually know what that thing is. I know I've said that before, but oh well.
Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
I'm glad that I caught on to that before it switched into weird territory.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Yeah.
Huh? What do you mean?
So, is there another of you that designed this place to be the ultimate hope? Along with Monami?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident.
Why, though?
For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right?
I mean, I guess.
Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners.
No.
Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
Yes.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
No, you literally just... What is going on?
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress. Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Fortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
You want to escape? This motherfucker is trying to kill us all!
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Yeah.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you.
I once called him a ray of sunshine. He has turned into a bit of a black hole.
Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home and eat candy!
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
No, not you two.
Everyone calm down. We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already.
I know I'm going through this slowly, but I'm like trying to like observe every voice line, just like trying to think of how the delivery goes.
There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
There's so fucking much! What do you mean?
That's wrong.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Oh.
Did you say something?
Cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
Are you gonna say Fuyuhiko?
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They used glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Also, I just remembered, when I was away, I thought about maybe there's a possibility that Nagito was stabbed. It is Nagito, right? Yeah, Nagito was stabbed or like slashed, and that's why there's blood on the knife. And when we separated, wasn't he like disgruntled or something and he had to do something? I think maybe he like was bandaging himself up. Before? She asking how the killer got close to that table? Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess he would have prepared the knife. So then where... What about the poker? It must have been dropped... I don't know. Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint, in order to do that, they needed to get close to that table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, duh. If I guess if you're close enough to the table and you have night vision goggles on, there's no real point in having glow-in-the-dark paint on the knife if you can just eventually find it like that. And Nagito's the closest one. But still, how do you get access to the storage room from there? How do you get underneath that Gundam was able to get to? Just as I thought, this diagram is the clue! Who the killer is, and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Spot selection? The lamp? Or the cord?
Here!
It's barely in the frame, and it's behind me.
Could use the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
Oh, okay. Okay. We found the cord, and then went up it to find the lamp, and then went underneath. Okay.
Desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
That's why I was weirded out by it. I was like, what the fuck? Why is the desk lamp important? And that was also another thing. I'm sorry that I'm like going back and like I know that I have downtime to think, but I was seriously wondering what the hell Hajime and photographer were on about with the desk lamp when I was recording earlier, but when I recorded before. But the cord made the most sense to me. But I'm still unsure of how someone gets underneath. There was a blackout, yeah. Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp's light. The killer actually used the power cord. The weight of the desk lamp.
I can prove
prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Who?
Oh yeah, I get to select the only person here who could have possibly done it. Nagito is in that direction? Actually, I don't even... yep, no, he was closer this way. Why is he... Why is there like a halo effect?
You're the only one!
Is there like a reaction after?
Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Oh, music came back around for a second coming.
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
There we go, Chiaki. Nagito's chance to hide the knife under the table was when he was cleaning... Well, when he was really preparing, right before the blackout, right after the murder. Okay, yeah.
I see!
I have to sneeze or something. It's coming.
Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning?
Never mind, it's gone.
If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
True.
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Yep. But the murder weapon is different, right? Am I barking up the wrong tree? Not this. Truth bullets. Am I barking up the wrong tree? Okay, the victim's body was discovered in the estimated time. The victim was stabbed, repeatedly stabbed over 10 times between the throat and the abdominal region, resulting in death. Aside from that, the body has no other external injuries and has no chemicals. The body underneath the table. Oh wait, no, that's right. It was a part of Mikan's autopsy results. According to Mikan's autopsy, Byakuya sustained several punctured wounds to the chest and abdomen. The wounds were inflicted by a thin, sharp weapon, roughly 5 millimeters in diameter. So the knife was... Yeah, the knife was never used to kill. So how is there blood on it? Maybe blood just got on it. Maybe.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another...
I just thought about it. Could it have been Kazuichi? Because didn't he leave and then come back? Was he the one that was able to get underneath? I don't know.
I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Oh, wait. No, he was still in the room. I was thinking that he left to go check on Pekko. I don't know.
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed that something like this would happen. To go to the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
Why are you sweating?
If that's the case,
Well, I mean,
that
if you were...
strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
If you're backed into a corner, and, like, even if you aren't the murderer, I guess you would start to panic, too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something.
I was about to say anything, at least. What the fuck is that sound? Oh, is he just gonna, like, start going nuts? like cackling to himself and smiling. Uh-oh. I was right, but I didn't think it like this.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death.
Wait, did you want to make... I don't know your objective.
How wonderful. How beautiful it is.
Those eyes. At that moment, Nagito's eyes. The darkness in his eyes shone brightly. That's kind of oxymoronic. As if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together. Oh. Cool.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along.
I wonder if Makoto's gone nuts. I don't know.
I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started.
Okay, then how the blood and how the murder weapon and everything. You may have...
I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout.
But you're not the murderer.
After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision guns. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, we all saw how that played out. With a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Lie? That's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. Too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything.
He's not gonna start ripping off his clothes, is he?
I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
Okay. Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't think we're, like, working with a Dahmer here. I think we're just looking at somebody with an inferiority complex, but at... Well, it's a bit like Toko and genocide. I don't know.
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that be a little bit. You might just like you might just be into cinematography, even though that is pretty shitty cinematography. But oh well.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
I love how he's like treating her like she's already his, when in fact like nothing is going on. This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
I thought it was disguised handwriting, because everything is deliberately like etched to make it look not like a human being's normal human being's handwriting. Like, everything has specific strokes, but I don't know what it's like in the Japanese version, so who fucking knows?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Then, how about the old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health to direct her away from the irons. In that case, why don't you guard the case in that office? In the office.
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
Ding 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 ding.
Threatening letter, along with all your suggestions. It was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too.
Then how did
You're wrong about one thing.
He's gonna say he's not the killer.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
The ultimate lucky student. Nagito's talent? I believe his talent is... he's the ultimate lucky student, but...
I see!
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
I mean, lucky, unlucky, I don't know.
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
Okay, I guess. Can I interest you in someone who I met in a previous life? Or I think maybe you did. I don't fucking know at this point anymore. Who was once known as the ultimate gambler. I think you two would get along very nicely. Actually, I'd like to see you pair up against your other self. The other lucky student.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks. But I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Huh? I'm left with the red mark? For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem... Oh, this is me. You don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed...
Okay, so... what happens if he's not the actual killer? He's just gonna be left living with us, and we all just have to stay away from him? This is something that I wanted to know about in the first game. And if it is technically true and we all just have to stay away from him... I mean, it kind of did happen with Byakuya, because I wanted to stay away from him as far as fucking possible. With the fact that he messed with Chihiro's body. And that he could... if he was unafraid of messing with dead bodies, then what stops him from messing with... to make a body just not live anymore?
It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please! Monokuma!
Please, wait!
Oh, Mikan.
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? It is not
There we go, Mikan.
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
I'm gonna have to reinforce her, I think.
If only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
Damn that voice. From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, all it means is this explanation didn't mean anything at all. It had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry. I'm not going to fall into despair. This has got to be like two different narrators, because this person has more emotion, I guess, as a narrator. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white... You won't be able to shoot down the white noise? That will be explained later. If you press the start button... what's my start button? During these arguments, you can review the controls escape button. Well then, good luck and have fun! Alright. Ibuki's account, Chiaki's account. Mikan's autopsy results.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hit.
Oh, never mind.
Aww.
Thanks for wasting our time, skanky bitch!
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
Now hold on just a fucking moment. Why does Mikan think it's strange? Because she must know something that contradicts the crime scene.
I think it's strange that...
Unfortunately with this one, I don't know the progression of the lines anymore. I know that it's Fuyuhiko.
He has already confessed.
You know...
Next one, I think?
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it.
After.
He killed Byakuya with the knife he hit.
I missed. There we go.
No,
I adjusted for the slow travel time, and then the moment I clicked, I was like, wait, it's faster in this.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikan?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Okay, maybe he's not actually acting as the ultimate Yakuza. Damn. To make that... To make such a specific threat as that one, maybe he really is.
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, you can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
Everyone? Okay. So the person that I think is the killer is probably most likely not the killer. The only way to get underneath is maybe one of the grates that I saw in the kitchen, so maybe Teru's the one. But I'm pretty sure he said it was missing from the very beginning, and the only person who would have had access to this place was him. Also, why is there so much goddamn aliasing on his fucking hair? Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout. Did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Okay, so this is when Ibuki? Was that how I was supposed to pronounce her name? Ibuki? Yeah. Is this when Ibuki comes into play?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout?
You're the crux that we need right now.
If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Okay.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Okay, I don't mind Kazuichi as much. Like, he just seems like an honest... Like, he has the most honest reactions, I think. Albeit, the one where he is trying to be a white knight is a bit outlandish for me. I think he's honestly has the most realistic reactions.
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it. What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. Well, I mean, it's not... Oh, shit. There has to be some way to find out what happened in the dark, I think is what it said. Ibuki's account.
I can prove it with this.
I wish it didn't immediately go into that.
See what happened in the dark. I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it.
Yeah, so it's beyond our eyes. Hajime, you're fucking stupid.
Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, reals?
Okay, so it is... Oh, wait, no. Ibuki. Okay. Ibuki. Gotcha. Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? While everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Okay.
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Mahiru's the photographer.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
Yoko's the little one.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Byakuya sees Nagito.
This is...
He rushes over. That we don't actually hear.
Ow!
Byakuya stops Nagito. And that was the one that I thought was Byakuya. And I actually kind of forgot that Nagito was the one that said ow.
Turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this, you know.
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Okay, so he made his way in here.
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
And this is why I kept thinking that Kazuichi had left, but he still remained in here.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
I think all of those are actually pretty okay. And your personality is the one that sucks.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
Also, I would just want to say opinions aren't truth. Don't have any truth.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
And I'm wondering what Byakuya would have done to Nagito.
Well, that's actually what happened.
So describe to me what happened. Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Okay. So then... Who?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table.
And that stopped you from dying?
That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So, Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife? And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. Was that? Oh! I think he was trying to set up a false murder and get himself killed. But how would it... How is the thing going... I don't know. Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is... Ow!
Then how come we never heard Byakuya scream at all? Like, he obviously would have been pierced, but I thought he would have at least bled out and had some time to... like that sort of thing. I mean, he was punctured in the throat, so maybe not. I could interpret it like that. No, actually, when I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan.
So this is actually going if I am right about he was supposed to die and have a false murder that everybody else would suspect everybody else, making the hope turn into despair, thus mixing. He would cause everybody to die at the same spot, I think. Maybe he's trying to set it up, I don't know. This turns into manslaughter. And this is what I was asking about in the first game, all that time ago. Maybe. If I am correct in that he set up a trap for himself to die, and Byakuya ended up getting caught in the middle. I don't know.
But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair?
But someone has to get underneath in the first place to set up the poker thing, whatever the fuck.
You can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
I don't like how you know this. Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No. There's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him. But this whole time, I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer, by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. Class trial suspended. What? Huh?
Well now.
This is bizarre, to say the least.
Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. Oh, what's this? For those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try and give the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion! 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
Now then, what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna continue on. Left mouse button on B. Left mouse button continue. Continue on. B, guess the killer challenge. I wonder if I could press B. Like, I wonder if you could just hurry up through this right here. I'll just continue from now on.
Just kidding! You can't make a choice! There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is!
And of course, there's no $10 billion either!
Okay.
You're so evil.
Villain! You truly are a villain!
I kind of think it's cute how Monami's a bit shorter than Monokuma. Yes, I would like to save. I was really scared about losing all my saves like butter, like Mondo butter.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed, and his killer is among this group of students?
I do kind of like the fact that they broke it up for players that wanted time in between.
No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best, and don't forget to save regularly.
I don't know. It might just be the fact that the voice actress wanted to make it sound cute, but when she went through the like each syllable of regularly, it was really cute.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
Was he the one that helped you up?
There's still more?
Because I know that you have a truth bullet where you're still fumbled around, but I don't know why.
But we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
Damn, you are really down in the dirt, aren't you?
I'm not talking about your looks.
Why does Mikan think Nagito looks clean? Because Nagito isn't injured, because Nagito doesn't have any dust on him, doesn't have the knife, there's no blood on Nagito.
I see! Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it. Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right?
You know, one thing that I've just noticed now is the fact that Byakuya's hands and his face and his skin is white. That's a good detail that I'm just noticing now.
There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
He stabbed Byakuya to death. It's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
Or was under the thing at all, you know, not just stabbed him to death.
I didn't get any blood on me. That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been?
The way you implemented that question, it almost sounded like a Blue's Clues sort of thing.
I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Indeed. Yes, there's only one thing he could have used to block the blood splatter. Where is it? Storage room, tablecloth. Woohoo!
I can prove it with this.
But how did it end up in there?
Talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, hitting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then, what does it mean?
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
Huh?
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Yes. But it doesn't mean that the murderer was under there too.
The tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand at all!
The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different?
Huh? Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Why would he say that about Hajime and not Chiaki?
Really? But it sounds like a riddle.
I suck at riddles.
I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense. Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. I heard about this. And I also heard that it's infamous for some reason. I don't know why. I just heard that people had gripes with it. Some reason. I'll just have to wait. And the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. The goal is to line up the right letters in order so it reveals a key word related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. 1. If 2 different letters clash, you'll take damage. 2. If 2 of the same letters clash, they will fuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash, while you try not to let 2 different letters clash. That is what's most important. In order to do that, you've been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the mouse and press the right mouse button when it's on top of a letter. When you move the reticle with the mouse and press the right mouse button when it's on top of a letter, you can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the right mouse button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. Okay. Interesting. Would it be better to turn cursor sway off for this? With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other, and also affect where they're going to be. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. But are they going to be like weaving back and forth? And I have to make sure that 2 of them don't cross each other? Or am I the only one that's allowed to fuse them together? I don't know if that's what it means. Like, do they only fuse when I like send them at each other or something like that? Hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the right mouse button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. Wait, huh? What? With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the right mouse button, you can blow it. Blow it up and not blow it up. I thought it meant like blow it up on the screen, not just that and erase it from the field. That's only right mouse button commands, right? Yeah. Okay, so then what about the left mouse? This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the right mouse button. After you fuse them, fire with the right mouse button. I keep wanting to say rice. That's a whole lot of right mouse buttons. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Okay, here it comes. Ultimately, the main goal of improved Hangman's Gambit is completing the keyword. Display the question with the tab key and figure out what keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword. Instead of pressing the right mouse button to fire the letter, press the left mouse button. But can I only use the big ones? Can I only use the frozen big ones? And figure out what keyword will answer the question. Okay. This one is a bit convoluted. A bit convoluted. I think I somehow combined letters. I don't know. If that happens at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. If a sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. But can it fit anywhere, or does it have to go in order, like the last game? You must write the keyword in order. I should just shut up. Based on the flying letters, please think about the completed word. Also, do I have to spell out the entire word, or am I gonna have gaps? Also, if you leave a fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you. So please be careful. Yikes. I took so long to explain it, but you understand now? If you press the escape key during these scenes, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. So can I use the left mouse button to send any letter, or does it have to be the big frozen ones? Okay. Instead of pressing the right mouse to fire the letter, instead of if that happens at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, will take damage. You must write. Okay, I guess. All right, fuck it. The place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using those words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something is coming to me. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Okay, what question am I answering? Hangman's improved. Hangman's Gambit. Under the floor. Yeah. Oh. Where did the killer stab Byakuya? Okay, can I speed this up? N. Here. I need D. Oh shit, I forgot, right mouse to blow it up. You and you. Oh fuck, yeah, these controls are... Okay, I need an R. Good God, this takes forever. Under the... blow that up. Oh, shit. There we go. Jesus. E. If those... Oh, they do collide. Okay. There we go. Yes, that worked. Okay, I was worried about that. I need an L. There we go. Jesus, that takes forever. Jesus, criminy. No wonder people hated that. That takes forever. ever.
Got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
Well, I'm not getting the trophy for clearing this without any damage, but I think I messed up earlier, but it doesn't really matter. I don't really care about not taking damage anymore. Yeah. And also, that takes me up to the hour. I had a little bit more time than I thought, but I guess not anymore. And we've cleared out the thing that I've known since the beginning, is that he was stabbed from underneath, but oh well. We'll just have to see where this leads in the next time. Hopefully you're looking forward to more, because I know I am. Also, let me check on the pet. Okay, it's only when I'm playing the game. Thank God, because I was really worried that I would just see poop lining everywhere. Alright. And I guess it also doesn't count while you're in this mode. So, thank you so much for coming out, and hopefully you're looking forward to more. But for now, I'll leave you with one final message, in that being, have a nice day.